Heidi ho there, friends and neighbors. Bobby here today. Hey folks, today we're going to make a quick little video on how to spread out some weed and feed on your yard in the spring and hopefully give it a kickstart for the season. As you can see, this is my front yard right here and it's not looking too good, okay? Guys, I'm ashamed to say I haven't done a whole lot to my yard here in the last few years. But we're going to try to get it looking a little bit better this year. So step one, we're going to put out some weed and feed. So I'm just going to show you how we get it done. Stay tuned. Okay, real quick guys, before we get started, I just want to show you what we're dealing with here. As you can see, I don't have a whole lot of grass. I got a lot of clover and there are some weeds, dandelions, so forth, what have you. And I'm hoping that we can get this kick started and that this weed and feed will actually kill off some of the weeds and fertilize some of grass that we have, and they can kind of spread and hopefully get our yard looking a little bit better this season. Here's our palm tree that we recently took all of the skin off of it. We have our crepe myrtle over here that we actually trimmed up back in January, and our knockout roses are looking pretty good here, guys. Looks like they're going to bloom pretty good. They usually look pretty good later on in the season. So let's get started and show you how we get it done. Now folks, what we're going to put out today is Vigoro brand weed and feed, okay? And I've used this in the past as well as some other different brands. They typically all work about the same. We are going to use our old Scott's spreader here. That's pretty easy to operate. I've had this one for many years, and there's a cleaning tip that I will show you guys when we're done to help hopefully make your spreader last a long time too. You have a handle up here that's adjustable. Okay, and you can turn this knob in clockwise to make it to where it will open this little tray down here even further to let more material out. Now, as soon as you start spreading, I recommend leaving it where it opens slowly to start with, and you can adjust as you need be once you start spreading. Now folks, one of the most important things that you can do when spreading weed and feed is pick the proper time of the day and the proper day to do that, okay? It says on the bag you want the temperature to be between 60 and 90 degrees and so forth. And typically it's pretty nice this morning. I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt. But more importantly, what I highly recommend is making sure, I like to put the weed and feed out in the morning after we've had a dew or a rain the night before, so that your grass is a little bit damp. Because this weed and feed is actually going to be able to cling to the weeds because it comes out sort of in a granular powdery form, and if the grass and weeds are damp, it will allow it to cling to it to where it has better killing power, okay? It can do more good if you put it out at the right time of the day, okay? Just wanted to bring that to your attention before we begin. And just to show you guys how wet the ground is right now, I'm just going to put my hand across here and rub it, and you can see that my hand is actually wet, okay, from the grass or from the dew from the overnight. So it's the perfect time to put it out. All right guys, we're going to go ahead and open up this bag here, and let's see if we're good in the camera angle here right quick. I don't have anyone here to help me film today, so we'll be using the tripod. I'm just going to take a razor knife and cut the corner out of this thing. I'm probably not going to use all this up today. Probably just going to put maybe about half of this on the front yard, and we might wait a few weeks and see if we need to put any more out, or we may just save it for the backyard as well. So I'm gonna just not open it up all the way. I'm gonna make it where I can fold it back up. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and pour in about a fourth of this bag or so. or maybe just about like that right there. Okay. Let me bring the camera over here and I'll show you guys what this stuff looks like. Okay, so here's what it looks like, guys. Notice I put a glove on. I'm gonna keep from getting my hands in this stuff. Sometimes fertilizer can make your skin burn. I'm gonna bust up some of these clumps in here. It's gonna make it a little easier to keep it spreading as we go. Like clumps like that right there, just kind of bust them up a little bit. And as you can see, this stuff is kind of powdery. See, it's got like a powder sort of substance to it. So that's what will actually cling to your weeds. That's why we recommend it being damp. So I think we're good to go. So let's move around front and we'll start spreading this thing. Okay, folks, hey, what we've done so far, as you see our spreaders right down here, we made just one little quick pass and made a quick adjustment. I know you can't see it, but we've actually spread this stuff out. It's slinging it about 5 or 6 feet out, okay? So I'm happy with that. And what I'm going to do, I'm gonna set this up on time lapse, and I'm gonna go one perimeter run all the way around the front yard in a clockwise direction, okay? So I've already come right down through this little way here. I'm gonna continue going around down the street, one perimeter run here all the way around our front yard, and then we will just go back and forth lengthwise down the road. We'll go this way, and then we'll turn around, we'll come right back this way, and so forth until we get all the way up. And we'll just do this on a time lapse, and we're doing this just so we hopefully will get even coverage over the whole front yard. So stay tuned, watch how we get this done. Okay guys, that just about wraps it up. I'm gonna get down here real close here so you can see the little white specks. See the little white specks and stuff everywhere. And as I look across my yard, it looks pretty even right now. So we're gonna roll with that for a while, see how that does. See if we need to do another application in a few weeks or so. And we'll keep you updated. We'll make some more videos on how our yard is looking this year. Hey guys, I want to mention one thing to you. I am no expert when it comes to fertilizing and lawn care and stuff like that. I mean, we have our stump grinding business, which we have a couple yards that we mow and trim and blow for customers that are close to home. But as far as fertilizing and things like that go, I'm doing this video mainly from my own experience. I have found over the years as being a homeowner and always doing my own, fertilizing and mowing and things like that, that in the springtime, especially if I've allowed my yard to get a little, under-maintained, if you want to call it, the best bang for the buck in the springtime is to buy a bag of weed and feed. Throw it out there, see what happens. You'll be probably pretty impressed with how your yard will look within a week or two, okay? So just wanted to throw that out there. I know there's gonna be some people that will disagree with me. There's people out there that know a lot more about this subject than I do, but I'm just letting you know from my experience, for the price and for the performance, you're gonna, this time of year, put out a bag of weed and feed and just see what happens, okay? All right, guys. Now, one more thing before I let you go. We're gonna take the spreader around here and I'm gonna wash this thing out and lubricate it. And I wanna show you this because this is gonna prolong the life of your spreader. It took me ruining a previous spreader that I had in only a couple years time before I learned my lesson. So I want to teach you guys how to maintain your spreader, and you'll have that thing for many, many, many years to come. All right, stay tuned for that. Now for the cleanup. Let me show you how dirty this thing is. You see how you got this white powdery stuff everywhere? And you got it right down here on your spreader. It gets down in your gearbox and everything, okay? Inside your wheels. And this stuff will corrode anything that is metal, okay? So what we're gonna do, simply take our water hose and we're gonna start spraying this thing off, okay? We're gonna spray every bit of this stuff off. We're gonna get all the mud off the wheels. We're gonna flip it upside down. We're gonna spray everything really good. Definitely gonna spray this right here off good. Try to get any water to run through that gearbox if we can. I'm gonna put the camera down and keep on cleaning, and then I'll show you the final thing that we do that will ensure that this thing will last for many years. Okay guys, we have rinsed this thing to the best of our ability, and what we're going to do now is spray this with some BG Enforce, okay? Now this is kind of like a penetrating oil. You can use WD-40 or PB Blaster, anything like that. And we want to make sure we hit all the metal parts, and we're going to try to get some down in this gearbox as well. So anything that has any type of metal, like these bolts and everything, right down here, all this adjustable stuff, even our little mechanism up here may have some parts in it. There's metal. We're going to go ahead and squirt it on there as well. We're going to see if we can get anything to go inside this housing here, this little gearbox, okay? It may be sealed off pretty good. I've never had a problem with this one. This has always been a good spreader. But like I say, I have kept it in good shape. Right down here where our little spin thing is, we're gonna throw some on there, put a little extra in there. That actually might run down inside our gearbox. I'm gonna get down here if I can. I don't know if y'all still see me or not. I'm just gonna squirt some there. Hopefully it will run down. Okay folks, that's about all I do to it. And that little spreader's been around for about 10 years now. Okay folks, I want to thank you for stopping by today and checking out our little video on how to spread out some weed and feed and clean up your spreader. We will make some videos this summer as it goes along, giving you kind of an update on our front yard. And we'll see if we can get this thing looking a lot better than it is now. So thank you again for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll put a few links down below in the description for some of the products that we used in this video. So thank you again. We will see you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out our other two channels as well, the Personal Body Makeover and the RJW Financial Coaching. There'll be links down below for those as well. Have a great day.